Hello, Amanda here with day 3 of the Twisted Sister Hop for May 2022, and I am going to twist the stamp set called Summer Greetings, and then I'm also going to use the postage frame thin cuts kind of as some borders. So I grabbed the blue and the orange from the mix-in papers for May-June, and like I said, this Summer Greetings stamp set, and I'm going to make this fun little, I guess you'd call them a palm tree, or call her a palm tree gal. And I kind of got the idea, we have an artist in our house, and several years ago our oldest did this like dancing palm trees, and really gave them some life, and it was fun. So I just thought that this will be fun. It's totally whimsical. It's kind of outside of my comfort zone, but I saw this umbrella and I just thought it would make a great skirt. If you have any of the paper doll thin cuts, you could use it for that. And then here I'm showing on the trunk for the palm tree, instead of just inking it up, if you ink it and then swipe it to the right, you get the lighter shades with stripes actually through them, like you see on the right side of that white cardstock. So I'm just going to go through and I'm kind of paper piecing this. The one that I stamped is to show you that you can absolutely do that with some masking techniques, and I was just trying to wrap my head around how I wanted to do this and tried a couple different ways. We've been running with our hair on fire around here. We sold our house in California. We had a buying trip out in Florida, never dreaming that we were going to find a house. First day out, we found a house, put in an offer, they countered, we accepted. So now we have all of the rest of that world to happen as far as inspections and everything else. So I've stamped the sunglasses, the flip-flops, the skirt. I did the beach bag on the raspberry paper. So those are the colors that I'm using, is raspberry, tangerine, and I think it might be capri that's in the mix-ins. Let me check that. Yes, the blue is a capri color. And then I used avocado and a retired desert sand to do this two-tone for the palm trees top, or the hair of our gal. I thought about doing the hat. There's a beach hat on this stamp set, but I couldn't get it to go on there correctly. So off screen I cut out all of the pieces that I stamped, and now I'm going to create this card front. So I just cut a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch tangerine base, and this is again from the mix-in papers. And then using that postage frame thin cuts, I cut one out of the capri blue pattern paper and one out of a scrap of raspberry. And I'm just kind of putting them on here kittywampus. I think with the whimsy of the palm tree, I just don't think a straight up, frame card would kind of give the feel of where we're going with this. So this sand area is also from the stamp set, and I would recommend that you stamp the sand on the bottom of your paper before you glue it on your project, and then you don't have to worry about being as careful and worry about stamping over the edge. You can always mask that if you need to. So now I'm going to add some glue to all of the back of all of these components that I cut out. I'm going to cut 2 legs out of the palm trunks that I did, and it's kind of nice when you paper piece. When I was stamping them and masking, I had to be really careful of how far up they went under the skirt of the umbrella, but because I'm paper piecing, I can just put them right up underneath, and the skirt's going to hide that transition. So it was kind of fun, kind of whimsical. I just stamped the outline of the flip-flops on the tangerine pattern paper, cut those out. I did the same, so I stamped raspberry with the umbrella and the textured, sorry, it's nectarine, not tangerine, I apologize, nectarine stamp. And now I'm taking the starfish that's on this stamp set, and with the raspberry color, I'm kind of stamping a shirt. And when I did it on white, I then went back and used yellow to kind of fill in the background of the shirt. But because this has the blue background, I didn't want to muddy up things too much, so I'm just kind of giving the illusion of the shirt. And I think with the paper piecing of the bag over the shoulder, I think it all works. So I'm just making sure if I need to stamp in any more sections. I'm trying to decide if I want, how much of the neck I want showing. So I trim that down there, and then I'm going to glue that on. And then with this hair, kind of the head covered with hair. You just have to play with it. There's one side that the fronds are longer for the palms and one that they're shorter. So you can arrange it however you want. I'm going to add some glue to these sunglasses, and I'm not going to worry about a mouth or lipstick or anything else. All that I think I need now on this is a sentiment, so I'm grabbing my black ink and another piece of white daisy cardstock. So I will stamp that and cut out a little banner, and I'll do that off screen just so you don't have to watch me cut that out. But I do end up putting a flag end on it. And once that's cut out here, I will tuck that in underneath. I thought about inking the edges, but again, there's just so much going on with the palm tree gal that I just thought I would just leave it a little more simple, not distract your eye with too many other directions. Also, I'm fighting something, and so I'm not 100% on my game. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice, so I apologize for any mishaps or shortening the video, but I hope you have fun with this. Check out everybody else's twists. There's a lot of fun ones. Katie did a potty training one, and Jessica showed us how to use the textured thin cut. Here's another video you may be interested in.